Let us take up next problem. If 7 minus 4 root 3 power x square minus 4x plus 3 plus 7 plus 4 root 3 power x square minus 4x plus 3 is equal to 14, then x is option A 2 comma 2 plus or minus root 2, option B 2 plus or minus root 3 comma 3, option C 3 plus or minus root 2 comma 2, and option D none of these. Look at this. This looks like a complicated problem. If you refer textbook, you have almost 1 page of explanation for this. Let us just use common sense. What is the common sense I am using here? 7 plus 7 is equal to 14. Let me make it more precise. 7 minus 4 root 3 plus 7 plus 4 root 3 is equal to 14, because 4 root 3 cancels. That says, if the power is equal to 1, then 7 minus 4 root 3 power 1 plus 7 plus 4 root 3 power 1 is equal to 14. So that means to say x square minus 4x plus 3 is equal to 1. Now the question is, which among these four are correct? Here each part has got one irrational root, one pair of irrational root like this, and another one rational root. Now if it is true for an irrational root, it must be true for the rational root provided along with them. That means to say, if option A is true, if option A is correct, 2 must satisfy that. Rather, if 2 satisfies this equation, either A or C must be correct. That is, let us put x is equal to 2. What you will get? 2 square minus 4 into 2 plus 3. What is this? 2 square 4, 4 plus 3 7, 7 minus 8 is equal to minus 1. But we must get it as 1. But what is happening here? We are getting, if this part is minus 1, then we will be getting reciprocal of that, that is 1 by 7 minus 4 root 3 plus 1 by 7 plus 4 root 3. If you take LCM and simplify, definitely you will get it as 14. That clearly says either option A or C must be correct. If you put x is equal to 3, what happens here? 3 square minus 4 into 3 plus 3, that is equal to 0. Therefore, option B is ruled out. Now, we have to choose among option A or option C. There is a very simple method. What is that? X square minus 4x plus 3. Equate this to 2 plus or minus root 2. Equate this to 2 plus or minus root 2. Find out the values of x. If you are getting this as 1, then that is correct. Otherwise, option C is correct. That is left to you to verify. If both are not correct, then option D must be right. This problem is taken from page number 135, question number 77. If roots of the equation x square minus px plus q is equal to 0 differ by unity, then option A, q square is equal to 4p, option B, p square is equal to 4q plus 1, option C, q square is equal to 4p minus 1, option D, p square is equal to 4q minus 1. Look at this. Roots of this equation differ by a constant. If you go for the standard method, you will be spending a lot of time on this. Let us use some basic common sense here. Alpha minus beta is definitely equal to 1 here, assuming alpha and beta are the roots, because roots of the equation differ by 1. Now, alpha minus beta is given by the formula root of alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. That is, alpha plus beta is sum of the roots. Sum of the roots is given by p, therefore you will get it as p square here, minus alpha beta is product of the roots. Product of the roots is given by q by 1, p square minus 4q. Alpha minus beta is equal to p square minus 4q. Therefore, 1 is equal to root of p square minus 4q. Therefore, p square is equal to 4q plus 1. Therefore, that clearly says option B is correct. Let us take up a problem from IIT JEE 2011. The problem is like this. If alpha and beta be the roots of x square minus 6x minus 2 is equal to 0 for all alpha greater than beta, if an is equal to alpha power n minus beta power n for all n greater than or equal to 1, then a10 minus 2 times a8 divided by 2 times a9 is option A 1, option B 2, option C 3 and option D 4. The question given is an is alpha power n minus beta power n, and quadratic equation given is x square minus 6x minus 2 is equal to 0, where alpha and beta are the roots of this quadratic equation. That says alpha square minus 6 alpha minus 2 must be equal to 0. Alpha square minus 6 alpha minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, multiply by alpha power 8, we will get alpha power 10 minus 6 alpha power 9 minus 2 alpha power 8 is equal to 0. Why am I doing this? Because we wanted terms in terms of A. That's why expression should be in terms of A1, A10, A9 kind of thing. So, alpha power 10 minus 6 alpha power 9 minus 2 alpha power 8 is 0. Similarly, without hesitation, I can write beta power 10 minus 6 beta power 9 minus 2 beta power 8 is equal to 0. How did we get this? Just like alpha is a root of the quadratic equation, beta also must be the root of the quadratic equation. So, I am doing this. Now, let us subtract. If we subtract alpha power 10 minus beta power 10, that is the first part, minus 6 times alpha power 9 minus beta power 9, this is the second part, minus 2 times alpha power 8 minus beta power 8, this is the third part of this. You can observe one thing, an is alpha power n minus beta power n. So, a10 must be alpha power 10 minus beta power 10. So, I can write this as a10 minus 6 times a9 minus 2 times a8 is equal to 0. Shift this part to the right hand side because we need a10 minus 2 times a8. So, a10 minus 2 times a8 is equal to 6 times a9. Therefore, a10 minus 2 times a8 divided by 2 times a9 is equal to 3. How did we get this? You split this 6 as 3 into 2. 2 times a9, put it to the denominator of left hand side because we wanted this part. Therefore, that clearly says 3 is correct. That is option C is correct. That is option C is correct. Even though this problem is taken from joint entrance exam, problem is solved in the simplest possible way. Just use common sense. Even if it is a JEE question, you can solve the problem. We had alpha square. I converted this to alpha power 10 by multiplying alpha power 8. The reason is, in the question we have A10. What is actually A10? A10 is alpha power 10 minus beta power 10. I am trying to bring question to the answer part. Just using the statement, basic statement, whatever is given. From this I am trying to get the answer.
CHIPS proudly announces admissions for crash course for JEE Mains and CET coaching. Classes commence after 2nd PUC and 12th board exams. Crash course for 2nd PUC regular. Classes commence after 1st PUC and 11th board exams. Accommodation assistance provided for outstation candidates. Centers at Kumta, Dandeli and Bangalore.